Hello, everyone. So it's been a while since our last stream, and today we are going to write unit test cases for this PR. So we already implemented the maintenance mode for the Goravel framework, which is nothing but Laravel's clone um, written in Golang. So who need Golang's performance, but the Laravel's developer experience, this will be your good choice. So we just implemented two commands. One to set the website into a maintenance mode, and the another one is to lift that app. So to achieve that, we wrote these two commands and one middleware that checks on every request to figure out whether the website under maintenance or not, and then return the respective response. So these are the three files we wrote. We created app command, down command, and check for maintenance middleware. And it's time to check. Write unit test cases, and we addressed all these commands in the last stream. So this time we are going to test this feature and make sure it works as expected in all the operating systems and passes the GitHub action pipelines. That's all it's about, this stream about, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, before that, give me a moment. Okay, so this is our Goravel project. So I'm gonna run the tests. So let's just start with let's just start with the maintenance node middleware, and so the idea is to what's that? Okay, we got a lot of issues. That's fine. Right. So how did we implement? We already discussed in the last stream itself. Let's go to the accelerator. So this is the high level architecture about how the middleware works. So when a user request comes in, we have the layer of protection, which is the middlewares, and this is our maintenance mode middleware. And then here we check on each and every request whether it is the website is in a maintenance mode or not. While it incoming, then we block or we send a failed response. Right, but so we are providing some more customization options just to here we go. Sorry, where are we now? Right. Hope you are able to see this. Okay. I lost it. Here we go. We have these options: redirect, render, secret with secret, and status. So the status defaults to 503. If we wanted to change the status code, then we can. And instead of returning a status, if we wanted to redirect that website to another some other URL, then we can do it from here. And rendering, we can give any URLs, not URLs, which is we can specify any whatever the view template that we wanted to render when we are returning the response. This will work if we didn't pass the redirect. And the secret to bypass the maintenance mode. Say it's in a maintenance mode, but engineers just wanted to check or bypass something using some secret that we are allowing them. And the with secret, instead of, this will, we can give a password here. Here with secret, it just generates a random secret and sets in the maintenance mode that used to bypass the maintenance mode. That's all it is. So we store all this information into the framework maintenance file in a JSON format. And so in this middleware, once the request comes in, first we look for that file. Then if the file doesn't exist, then we assume that the website is not under the maintenance mode and allow the request to pass. So we just allowing the request or we are not doing anything. But if it does exist, then we should read the content of the file, make sure we got no errors coming in, and then we have this struct, and then we are unmarshal that JSON into that struct, again checking for the errors. Then look for secret. If it has a secret, then we are making sure that secret was actually hashed. So we are checking whether that secret matches that hash. Then we are allowing that request. Otherwise, so we have to block, right? That will be taken care of at the end. And if it has any redirect, I'm allowing the redirect within the domain itself. So doing this, and so here the tricky part. So if there is a redirect, we should not simply redirect to that page. What if the user, or we wanted to redirect it to another page within the same application? Then in that case, we should this just takes care of that edge case. If the current request, which is equal to the redirect path, then we just ignore. We are just allowing the user to reach that site. And if it doesn't, make sure it redirects to that the URI. And if we have the render the template to render is specified, then we are aborting that request and we are creating a response by making the template, the view template. and we are returning it. And this looks like empty, but here you can panic of error, right? Yes, this is all we are going to test now from the check for maintenance for test. So we already have a boilerplate, and we need to test this. Okay, file we created. We must client get your connections not okay. Okay, here we go. We are building a new server with the middleware, and it typically does nothing. I don't know what's the right way to wrap these things up. Okay. Closing the third. We are creating a file. Making the request to the default route. Okay. But this is gonna fail, right? Because we might expect this to be a JSON file, but it's not happening. Why? I know this is gonna fail, but go see the error. Way of invalid memory address. This looks like we have some serious issues to address, but that's fine. Down command, those are needs to be fixed. Okay, but I need to check for maintenance. Why? Yeah, here we go. Runtime error, nil pointer dereferencing. Where? At line number 35. Okay, so this is something we anticipated, right? It shouldn't be panic. I mean, it should be able to unmorsel this without any errors. So the content should be something like this. But we got test maintenance mode. Here we go. We got the same panic here. This is up command test. Still we're getting a panic. Now it's on line number 41. Maintenance mode. Line number 41. What is that? It shouldn't. Okay. What's the context? Might be okay. Why this? It's null. Okay. Let's check for some other. Okay. Should mark the context. We should mark the context request. We should mark the session if needed, but we don't need that. So the expectations and there's a interesting. New context request. Think we can make use of this. I didn't created a suit because it was there already. What's the problem now? Test token mismatch. Should be somewhere here. So this is a unit test. Not this. Let's expect. reading and ports expected paths. So that's a real unit test, right? They have functions testing out those functions. But I wanted to like kind of a integration test. What's the best way to do that? Okay. What's this throttle dash? Okay. Mock application, rate limiter. Tracks http dot middleware. What? Oh, this looks contracts http dot middleware of the context. Oh, okay. So we initiate the function and just call that directly. That's fine. But for that it needs the context. Okay, in that case it's context. For our case itself it's a context. So we can initiate this and call the method. That's it, that's all. Don't really need to worry about anything else. Like creating this. So like const middleware, let be like maintain let's node middleware equal to check for maintenance mode off, but this accepts nothing, so fine. And maintenance mode middleware off. This is what it's just a function, and for that function we should send the throttle test should so maintenance test suite and need a limit or stir, maybe need that. Context request, yes. Response, I didn't log anything, I guess. Okay. The suit and MOX, HTTP and MOX foundation. Okay. And maybe this. Contract, HTTP contracts. We'll see. Very good. What was the error? Value of func type is not. Give me. Okay, is not a constant. Okay. Sorry, JavaScript stuff came in between. And yeah, here we go. Okay, give me a sec. And e dot set. We have the struct. This is test maintenance mode. This is going to initiate this. And now the set app. This setup should goes to like maintenance mode thing. I don't need this. I don't need this. What's that HTTP? Why do we need to set? Oh. Let's be cool. I know this is a bit of messy right now. We'll figure out soon. Testing. This is shoot and maybe now or soon we might need those things. Okay. Okay. I don't know why my new test plugin is not working here. Test the nearest. Okay, finally I got the no test, right? Why? There's no test found. Do you... Okay, no, let's focus on this first. Okay. I'm just gonna copy more a bit. This. I know there's not a right way to do that, but for the sake of get started, I don't need log, I don't need a limiter. I don't need anything at this moment. Text, maintenance, a mode. No. Suggesting it's not under maintenance. Okay. So in this, it shouldn't fail. That's a key. Okay, middleware of this count. Oh my god. Summary. I don't know why it's not running. Now it's running. I don't know why it says was unable to find any. Okay. Okay. For some reason, this is not considered as. I think I should remove these things. Well, okay, I know this is gonna fail, but here we go. Actually, it's running from the command, but not from the new test. I don't want to waste my time on that part. So, okay, here we go. So our requests there's no find. Oh. Interesting. We should mock that one. How to do that? How to mock this path? Do we have something like a mark path? We do. Okay. So does it gonna or needs to be here? S dot something mark path like that. should it go here? That's a package, not path. Packages path. I don't think. How do I mock the path? How do I mock the path? What's that? Good. Something new for today. What's the B? Next buffer. Here we go. I'm just looking at these key bindings for the square brackets. What's the L next? Local list next? Wow. Cool. C next. What is C next? Count next. Display the count. Next error in the list that includes a file name. If there are no file name at all, go to the next error. Quick fix. Looks interesting. T next. Tag. Okay. Looks like it has more. That empty line below. Next unmatched group. Okay, let's get back to work. Stop exploring your way. It's always tempting. And now we should figure out way to can mark the packages. Actually, behind the scenes, it accesses the packages. So should mock the package. Here we go. And in that case, we can add a package. Package, and this is going to be mox package dot path. Oh my god. Okay. Mock packages dot path. Kind of new path. That's for initiating, right? Uh, Mox packages doesn't have anything, it just has the path. It should be path. We're unable to import this. Why? Because it's not in the HTTP. It's simply mock packages. I don't know how to import that. Really? Packages. Here we go. So our import is wrong. Okay. Now it's a little bit so s dot mock package. Oh, good to go. It's not package, it's packages. Okay, now here s dot mark no, yep, it's not a package. It's a path, right? So mark path expert in the expert should return a file path, and the file path should mark the mark file. So get the file system and then mark that too. Just can return something, that's fine. So something similar to this. This is going to be marks file system and file system. Okay, and I'm gonna need a file, so it's on the marks file system, the file, and yeah, it's been a while, so it's good. What is that? It was fine before. What? Who did that? Marks file system. Sorry, it just moved up. I don't know why it's complaining now. Marks what? That storage? Marks packages path. apps and import. Okay, because that's that storage dot apps. So I need another mark now. Mark storage. It's the file system. Really, that's right. Paths. It's not path. It's paths. Oh. So it's paths, paths, and paths. It's paths. And it should return a file system's storage. I think we need that too. Mock storage, and we're gonna need to PQRST. Okay, storage. So new MOX file system, new storage. Right? Got the storage now. So it should return s dot mark storage. Whew. Isn't it? What's this? I need to set the diagnostics to show in a list, quick list. I think telescope diagnostics. Let's be done. We'll say. And we should do queue. Cannot use mark storage. I expect restaurant doesn't implement packages path. Wait a minute. Mark storage. Oh my gosh. Storage. Okay, let me try this one. So mocks packages dot path. S.t. And this should return apps. Oh my gosh. I don't think I need a storage now. Okay. But I don't know why it's named as a storage. Arrange it in a spot. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna need this and here. Think now this is fine. And s dot mark path. Right. But mark path is gonna need to get the apps. So s dot mark path expect no. Mark path dot expect dot apps, and it is going to return a string file path to file path. What? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is getting tricky. Yeah. I think this is all fine. Storage is not at all very cold. This is weird. Looks like I'm missing something. Apps is not getting cold. Why? Okay, let's go this way on line number 41. How this could reach here where it was failed. Could be failed here, but it looks like it was not being mocked, I guess. Wasn't mocked. It wasn't mocked. Was not getting mocked. And first of all, I think I should remove this, right? RMR HTTP middleware storage. Good. Let's run this now. my god, it's almost an hour and we missed. Check for maintenance. This was not getting cold. Storage. Somehow it went through. The test was failed because the mock doesn't work in this case. I need to mock somehow. Packages.paths. Okay, let's try this one. Packages.paths. Mox package dot so we mark the context and we set the context. We're passing the context. We have the app. Do I need to set it to the app? Like s.mock app dot like this. No. What are the methods we do have here? Version, storage path. I remember I accessed. Will this singleton work? How do I mock this path? Support path. Packages path. Frameworks. This is setup. Okay. Can set this up. Who's gonna need this? Who's gonna need this? I don't know. How do I mock this? http://app. config path, database path, executable path, instance. Maybe an instance. Make storage path. What is this path? No, it's a method. Usable. Paths. Bind. Make HTTP. Make testing. Make storage. So you're gonna make width. So context dot response will get on the response request these things. Right. So context dot request, so that I can expect the request, I can return the mark request. But how can I mock the path? How can I mock the path? By this. Like this. Like this. Packages dot paths. Okay. Have the paths. What can I do with the paths? Let's get into the app path. I think I don't know how to mock the path. Oh, it has a variable and we are replacing it. that. But we cannot do that with the packages. Like this. Got the parts. Setups and paths, because package itself doesn't have anything. Doesn't have a variable, and this path is a struct. Okay, do nothing about it. How can I mock? Let's go to the documentation then. Sort of. No. It's testing, mocking, option to mock a storage, but not the it's the new path. New path apps. Creating a file is not gonna be an option, right? It's not a good idea. If you created it, it feels more like integration testing, not a unit testing, but that's fine, even though we should figure out a way to mock. I don't think, oh my god, I don't think we need to mock the path at all, but the file, right? Because it can be anything. We're not going to worry about this because it's a path. It should return a path. Oh my god. But again, I should mock the file. Look at this. Look at this. It just checks the OS stat of this file. I think we can mock that. Mock the OS. So, don't need this. Need this. We know this is gonna fail, but should figure out why. this up command. Here we go. No. Check for maintenance. Is it? Was it? It's not under maintenance. We don't really need to test anything. Right. But how to say do not expect. Should I be called? Or maybe not be for some panic. Twice times. I don't know whether this is gonna work or not. Let's see. Which means this is working. Actually, this passed the test because it has nothing. Right, should be called once. So it just reaches here, and then it checks for the file. It doesn't exist, so it returns. Right? Now, the next thing. Oh, I think we were trying to mock something which is not required. Now I'm going to test a file permission issue. Like, we have the file, but we were unable to read the file. Right? In that case, we should definitely mock the file system or file or the OS stuff. We'll see. So, storage file permission issue. So now we should mock this. So before that, let's see. Okay. We know that how that works. So Golang mock os.stat. Mock file mock support file this is mocking a support.exist simply. How do I now I'm end up in the same situation. They are saying open and stretch Right, just override this. Um, I think I did it previously. Okay, mark support slash file in Goravel. Let's see how this helps. Hmm. Mock factory storage fake, but I don't. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is not what we are looking for. I need the mocks. I need a way to mock the support. Support is a different package. Support is a different package. Hmm? Framework support. But mock. No, this is not that one we're looking for. File exists. To figure out way to mock the support file. This is something. Mm. I think instead of this file, why don't we use the file system? File system. Okay. I think that might work, right? So file storage. Ah, need the local driver for such data storage. Mm. I need a framework instead of app. It should be a okay. So asserts dot storage make storage of what? Dot exists. Makes sense. But I need to get the local driver. I need a frameworks disk. So it can be defined anywhere. File system. Mm, so if we use the storage, then the users may have different might have a different what different storage system that should be that may not be appropriate. So this is the time to check Laravel. Let's check its storage. We might have the driver local, but I wanna app storage framework. Do we have that one? Oh, not this one. Let's move to the Goravel. Let's see. Root, less storage. Just not out there. It may or may not be there. It's not necessary to have a framework folder, right? Partition cache. Oh, sorry. Go run dot partition. Sorry, cache. So what if they switched to or changed the default file system to something else, and then whether we should really rely on the third party instead of I think this addresses the previous concern we faced, right? So, like what I'm saying now, this is your VPC in cloud. This you have 3 instances of the same app, right? In case, and you have your load balancer. This is a load balancer, and this is instance 1 and instance 2, instance 3. So in our first approach, it's not the first approach, it's the load balancer. We have the load balancer, and this is our instance or the server which has the storage, right? It's a which if there's a virtual it's a container, right? The container has a storage, like storage slash framework slash maintenance, and we have a request that's coming in from here, and then load balancer is trying to distribute that to one of the instance. So that's the job of the load balancer, right? Then how that distributes, that's completely different topic. Since we have 3, for an example, it swaps. I mean, it distributes the request simultaneously. Not, I mean, in a cycle. Like first request go to the second request go to second instance, third goes to 3, third, fourth goes to the first again in a loop, right? But we run this command in a instance 1, and it has a maintenance. So in that case, the first request comes in will get failed because it's under the maintenance mode. The second request comes in and then goes to the instance 2, but it doesn't have the maintenance mode because the file doesn't exist in this container. To overcome this issue, we need to have, say for example, it has an S3, right? So when we run a command to go artisan down, it's gonna create the file here, not there. So this file will check for the maintenance mode from here, and even when the second instance, also the third. So all these instances will check for the S3 not within the container. So all of them will be under the maintenance mode. So I think it's good to rely on the file system we have. Hmm? Yes, but in an but in Laravel we have a different list of storages. Okay, we are in a global facade storage with context. Oh, here we go. Should mock the factory, mock the storage, mock the driver, mark storage and it context this one's file system dot new file. Hmm. This is how we mock. But this file system dot new file. Hmm. We create a mock factory. The validation. Hmm. But that doesn't uses the mock, right? This is case if we wanted to. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. This path is different. This is a bit of confusing. So path.storage. That's it. That's all we need. I'll say path.storage. So what was that before? Path.storage. So still that's the path. We're checking whether it exists or not. And then storage dot get. And now the content is going to be bytes. So get bytes. I think now we have a but this will have a drawback. May have a drawback. What if the file systems storage and the path storage are two different things? What if both are different? What is it? What 8. How can we figure this out? If we use the storage, then I don't think we should use this path.storage. Otherwise, this will be a problem. So what I'm suggesting here is to something like this. It's the path, whether it exists, get the content, parse it. Okay, let's get it done and we'll see. So now I should mock the file system. I have the storage mocked already. So I think run test suite only in Golang. To do that, regular expression -hyphen run. Okay, we'll try. Go test. Okay, run test maintenance mode. Test maintenance mode suite. Mm-hmm. Using testify. Yes, it is. So, setup has been failed. Call it this. Why this is so tricky in Golang? Storage permission invalid. Memory. Where is that? Maybe it's on the unmod shell. 15 line. My bad. There were rules to create the storage. We should mock the factory. Testing mock. Goravel framework. Testing mock. Here. Mock factory. Go to mock.new factory. S dot mock storage. Go to mock factory dot storage. Getting into speed is what the problem. Looks like one expectation is failed and the mock worked as expected, because if it doesn't exist, okay, the expect mark the storage, but they didn't set any expectations. Yeah, here we go. The exist should. Okay, finally PQ or S. Finally. I don't know. Might come from here. So S dot mock storage dot expect exist return false, and here it should return true. I don't know why my should be fixed soon. Cost is fine, but what? Get bytes. Get bytes on the second one. It was fine, right? Search the NVIM files. Debug, it's not debug. It's new test. We have the new test go. First, have the adapter defined. So we have the near test go, but why it was not working? Near test NVIM Golang. Near test Golang. Really? What's the best? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. We should try. Let's do the root project. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What if it is something like this? Hmm. Oh, this framework. Okay. Might need to append the dots. Okay. In that case, um, what's the root of this? Hi. HTTP middleware. Okay. HTTP middleware. Okay. Makes sense. So my key bindings are the problem, not the. Okay. And run run test 19-inch mode suit. This worked. So, which means I need to have a different. Looks like it worked, right? So then this is fine. My key bindings are the problem. Like H cat C W D. So I need to kind of get the parent buffers directory and the open Luva expand. No. H head. This gonna print this and colon H. Okay. And P colon got it. So do are required use test run expand percentage colon P colon H. Look at that. Look at that. Also, I'm gonna give it worked. Extra args. No. First one, this is going to be extra args. Is there another table that's gonna have the run and test maintenance mode suite. Didn't work. In this case it didn't work. Testify.m. Mm-mm. It's going to be a common one, and I don't think I need this. Okay. At least I figured out today that it shouldn't be like that. Okay. We have got the panic out there. This run works. Didn't get any complaints. Here it went fail, but not here. Why is that? Okay, at least it's fine. Hmm. So this is fine. This is the problem. I don't need this. I don't need this anymore. And this is our file. So we got this. We need to get the bytes from that port. So we should return something. So that we should return a content. Start mark storage dot expect get res. Good. Actually, this is what I wanted to test, right? It's failed. It's not HTTP. It's get bytes. We return error. Should expect a panic. Um, whatever, it's error, it's not is equal to, so context dot response context response dot string context HTTP. We have the HTTP available. HTTP, and this is contracts HTTP. So and it returns what? A bartable response. Oh my god. Telescope diagnostics. It's not factory. Shit. Portable response. HTTP mocks HTTP dot abortable, no abortable response, s.t. Oh man. Abortable response at once. But whether the abortable response that abort should return error once. Okay. This is why we should keep working on. Otherwise, you lose your context and we go. The request thing. This is not a request. This is not never gonna call this next because we are aborting it, right? Now what? String of int abort mock on response returns or remove the response call. Where's the response? Am I calling the response? No. Mock dot response? Context dot response? Where is that context dot response? Context dot response. Response. S dot org context dot expect response should return mock response. Okay. Go. Test got panicked. Yeah, I need that to be panicked. Now Golang testify expect a panic. Set dot panics with error. AI kills. But oh, finally, my God. Now you get the taste of it. I need to make this storage thing to be updated on the up and down commands and more test. Storage file has an invalid. We'll see. So I'm getting a new invalid JSON stuff and about return aboutable response. Okay. Okay. Get bytes should not. Oh, get bytes returning this invalid JSON. Okay. So get bytes. Okay. Instead of that. Okay. Return some bytes. So it passes here. It unmarshals the bytes and fails here, and it should be panicked. I think now it's fine. No. Context response dot string 0 out of expectations. Shit. It's literally both are the same. So JSON dot unmotion. It's expected, right? It is expected. It is expected. This is line number 77. Service unavailable. Yes, service unavailable. Error about. When this is going to return a error. Okay. What if this is... I don't think it went down. Context response of string. Yeah, it's context response string. Line number 33. Context dot response. Did I say the context dot response? Yes. It was there, no. Should be triggered once. Line number 81. It's calling here. 80, 81. Go to the middleware. Line number 33. Actually, it reaches here. It reaches here. I already added up panic stem. I think it might be panicking without panicking. uh, no, what I mean is it is panicking for in different place that has been captured. About results. Okay. Oh. Okay. Unexpected call. Invalid character. Response line 609. Invalid character I looking for beginning of value. Okay, the exception message is something different. Right, so it's not. So our test's fine, but the message here, yeah, this one is wrong. This should be the message. This. Whew. Ah. Now let's add another test. Come on. Secret dot match. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I'm panicking out there. Oh, I don't think I'm panicking out there. Hash. Facades dot hash. And I'm not panicking. Secret doesn't match. First of all, it should be the secret. Okay, this is fine. And for this, factory, mock factory, mock hash, hash, right, hash and check, the check, okay. It's not panicking. It's not panicking. It is not panicking. Good. Oh, I'm not panicking at all, right? I should be expecting a reason. So, reason could be something like under under maintenance. So it should be under maintenance. It's number 96. Okay, this is not panicking. Already told you, right? This is not panicking, and we don't. Yeah, looks like we need that context response. Aboutable response should be at the top. Gotta panic. Make storage. Make storage. I don't know why I need to make storage. Source. Okay. I'm creating a hash here. I shouldn't be using this factory. Hash, I think. So mock factory dot hash. Hash box hash. Yeah, we had the MOX cache built in, and I don't need to create the factory again. So xstart mock hash dot expect. I don't know what's the problem here. What was that? mock on response. Yes, where is that response? Context.response should give the mock response. Response dot mock response. From the requires, we are returning the secret. Okay, under maintenance. Under maintenance. What's that? Shouldn't be 0. Shouldn't be 0. Ah. Should be the should fall back to the default one. That's the expected behavior, right? But why it's not? Why? Okay. Golang JSON struct default value. Can I configure a default value to it? Okay, I think that will be taken care from there, but we should do this. Okay, doesn't really need to be abort. Abort. Here we go. Looks like a bit of messy, but should be which shouldn't. Yeah, I needed that once. Extra one call. I need the required to get the right. 1 out of 2 expectations failed. For what? Next, the call was expected as request. T is expected. Secret matches. Request dot request dot next. So the request must be twice and twice? No. So the request must be twice because here we are accessing the secret from the query, and once it matches, again we are requesting the request again. Good. So func, the next one, redirect. Request response path expects redirect to the maintenance status 3. Mock response expects redirect call mock portable response start once. Return looks fine. Looks AI is learning well. Right. So I'm calling the request dot path response here. So the request will be twice. Zero out of 2 expectations. What was that? What are the 2 expectations? So it just forgets. Worried you shouldn't return. Should return an empty string. That's fine. So it goes in a different path. There's no secret provided, and it's all gone. We already directed it. Good. Now it's time for the render. How can I check too many arguments? This. I got the render. Simply can abort and then response dot view dot make render. So we need the response dot view. So s dot res response dot expect dot view dot return once. After view we need to have the make statement, so we need to make the view. Do we have a mock view? Mocks view on 6. Okay, so mocks view is equal to view dot view return mocks view response view. Okay, in that case it would be something like mocks ht http dot new response view. So mocks response view dot expect dot render maintenance. Can I send a nil here instead of that? Okay, can be any. Can I send without that? Good. Why? Define type render. Render accepts nothing. Yes, it should be view. Sorry. Make. What make is gonna return is response. So count yes dot. It's not going to be a context response. It should be mocks http response. Mocks http response and mocks http response expect render return nil once. Mock view calls a make. That make is going to return a response, and then the response will have a render method. View make render returns null, so doesn't panic. Why not? Because of this. One out of two expectation could be something similar to that. Request dot abort. Have this request dot abort. This request maybe twice. Response? Don't we have a response? Now it's only one. Okay, it should be once. Do not fall for AI. Just write whatever you have, right? That makes a lot of sense here. It gives the boilerplate. I don't want to test the render with error. Just for now. We have tested the reason, I guess. Yeah, the reason. That is a secret. If that secret doesn't match, it comes here. The render tested, redirect has been tested, secret has been tested, marshal and margin, get bytes, all tested. I think now it's good to go. It's 5 p.m. Right. Fix and right unit tags for check for maintenance mode needed where, right? Let's see. I think it's time to wrap this stream up, but we'll wait for some time to allow his cases execute on this, but it's gonna fail on the down and up commands. So instead of file.put content, it just runs on the OS. So what I'm gonna do is facade.make storage. So the down command access that only here. So what I'm gonna need, it's not a path, shouldn't be the path. There are a lot of issues, right? Some inconsistencies that should be fixed. The check for maintenance mode facades start storage. And down command framework. For such. It's not the contract. I don't know how. Import cycle not allowed. Here's the real problem. No, it's not the real problem anymore. And I think it's a type of this file system.storage. So it's going to be the file system. And gonna storage file system dot storage load make storage file system dot storage. So it's calling the make storage. Okay, make storage. So I have the storage now. What is this? This A T or dot storage dot put as file. Put as file should be the path. Put writes the content of the file. I'm just curious to understand whether this put overrides the existing content or it just simply gonna append it. Okay, got some test results. You know, this is gonna fail. What should not be not down command should not be on the check for maintenance. Down command. So many tests. There's failures. What about the up command then? Okay. Okay. Looks like only the down and up commands are failing. Extend. This is the handle. And with the reason, I think we have. Foundation console. Per test. So test, foundation, console, test, users, name, personal, Goravel, framework, foundation, console. Okay. I don't know. The relative path, okay, might work. Let's go, test, foundation, console. Okay, the relative path with the dart works, but without dart, it won't. So it looks like it's just something pretty easy to check. I mean, finish.